A nice quiet day of weather so far across the area. Here's a live look in Carmel, and you see plenty of hazy sunshine out there. It's warm. It's muggy once again, but we're keeping the eye out for some scattered thunderstorms to develop this afternoon. That's why it's a Storm Team 6 alert day. I do think all the storms will be very isolated this afternoon. We're not expecting any widespread severe weather, but certainly some localized flooding will be possible if you get into a few of these heavier downpours. Now, most of the radar is quiet right now. We had one little shower that flared up over here on the western side of the state. We showed you at the top of the hour, and look, that's fizzled away. And that's what's going to happen with a lot of these storms. They'll flare up pretty quickly. They don't really have a lot of support to maintain themselves, and they essentially rain themselves out, and then they basically start to fizzle away. And that one storm that we had on the western side of the state is the only thing out there right now. But now that we're getting into the peak heating of the day, we are expecting more of these isolated storms to flare up. They'll put down quite a bit of rainfall in a short period of time. If you do see the rains, most of you get throughout the entire day here without a drop of rainfall, but where the rain does come down, it should be fairly brief, but enough to maybe cause a little bit of localized flooding. And then once the sun sets, the showers come out of the forecast altogether. So as far as our impact with the storms today, flash flooding, the ground very, very saturated, so that's high on our impact list here at 5. And some of the storms may contain some lightning, which obviously makes every storm dangerous, but I'm really more concerned about the flooding potential than the lightning in these storms as they start to develop later on this afternoon. 83, that's the current temperature in Indianapolis, 84 in Bloomington, 83 right now in Muncie. Throughout the afternoon hours, we'll top off at 88 degrees again with the spot storms. I put sunset in there for you, 8:20. That's when the storm threat will come to an end for everybody if you do see them as we get past the peak heating of the day. So if you do have plans later on this afternoon, maybe to head to Victory Field, maybe an isolated storm early, they will get the game in. Shouldn't have any issues beyond 6, 7 o'clock with temperatures falling from the 80s, eventually down into the 70s. Tomorrow, not a bad day, starting off in the 60s, warming to a high of 87 degrees. Some isolated storms will be possible throughout the course of the afternoon hours. And then as we go throughout Wednesday, this is when the cold front comes through. And as this cold front comes through, we'll kind of circle Wednesday here for the potential of more in the way of widespread shower and thunderstorm activity across the area. But once this front goes through, we will start to bring in drier, cooler weather with lots of sunshine. High temperatures will be in the 70s starting on Thursday, and that sets us up for a great Labor Day weekend. Plenty more news coming up here on the RVTV 6 News at Noon. Stay with us. We'll be right back.